Hey friend, I'm Ruchita, an architect turned UX designer, and today I'm sharing something deeply personal, my 5 year long journey through architecture school into the professional world, and why I decided to walk away. If you're in the same boat or just curious, this one's for you. If you have watched my first video, you already know that architecture wasn't my first choice. It was more like a backup. My heart was set on becoming a designer and getting into NID. But when that didn't work out, I explored other creative fields like fine arts, applied arts, and likewise architecture. My elder cousin had already taken that path. Looking back, I really wish I had taken a gap year. But at the time, taking a gap year wasn't considered a socially acceptable choice. And honestly, in India, it still isn't. Compared to the rigorous process of getting into design schools, architecture felt simpler. There's a single entrance test for architecture, NATA, National Aptitude Test in Architecture. You can also take multiple attempts for NATA, but the score gets averaged. One key condition is that you need to have taken mathematics in your 12th grade or diploma. Luckily, I had taken maths in my commerce stream and therefore I was eligible. The test itself is a mix of drawing skills, creativity, logical thinking, and general knowledge. After preparing for NID, NATA honestly felt like a cakewalk. I cleared it and got admission to a bunch of colleges. After considering all aspects, I chose the one closer to home. And just like that, my journey in architecture began. Though I'll admit, not with a lot of excitement. Architecture, as you might already know, is a 5 year long course. It actually is the longest undergrad programs that you can take. My first year was a rough ride. I quickly realized that architecture is not just about sketching and creativity. There are a lot of theoretical subjects, mathematical application, and constant submissions. It was incredibly overwhelming, and I was not prepared for it. I honestly feel the entrance test should be more reflective of what the course actually demands. I feel a lot of students get into this course without truly knowing what they are getting into. I actually flunked a couple of subjects in the first year, but thanks to the ATKT system, I could clear those subjects without actually losing out on a year. Eventually, over the year, my grades stabilized, and I actually started to enjoy the course. One crucial thing that I must mention is that architecture is an incredibly expensive course. You'll spend a lot on art supplies, models, prints, expensive sheets. It all adds up. And you might not realize how much extra you have spent apart from the actual fees. So definitely plan for this if you're considering this course. One of the fondest memories of architecture has to be the yearly study tours. Every year, the tour would be planned to different parts of India where we explored heritage sites, architectural marvels, and an incredible opportunity to bond with people across batches. Honestly, it was the best part of the entire course. After graduation, I stepped into the real world. That's when you actually step out of the delusional bubble that you have been living in. As a fresher architect, you usually have three choices: get a job in a firm, start your own practice, or get into teaching. I was not prepared to start my own firm or teach, so I started job hunting. It already took a while to get a job, and the starting pay was just 10,000 rupees. Honestly, after the amount or rather my parents, spent on my education, this salary felt like a joke. And to top it off, you are treated like the intern who has been hired to run errands. You're mostly drafting, making small edits, or just printing and folding sheets. While I understand that architecture is a really very responsible profession and cannot be entrusted with a newbie, it was still very disheartening. You have to dedicate a lot of time, and I'm talking years, and patience to actually make a decent career out of this profession. Every year, so many students graduate from architecture, and new colleges keep popping up. But unfortunately, there isn't enough demand to sustain the supply of these fresher architects. Think about it. How often do you see a new architectural project coming up? Mostly, it's the residential projects. And with the sheer amount of building regulations coupled with builders trying to extract maximum FSI, Architects are more often than not left to build the same repetitive designs without any creativity or sustainability in the thought process. All that we see is glass and concrete everywhere. Architects are taught to deeply understand how people interact with the spaces around them and even how spaces shape human behavior. It's truly a very deeply intellectual profession, not just about creating pretty or standout buildings. But in India, there's quite frankly very little respect for architects and the value that they bring. People don't always understand the immense value an architect brings. Like they say, great design is invisible. Architects take into the account the environment, the sun movement, wind direction, coupled with the technical constraints, and still manage to craft beautifully functional spaces, but not given the freedom, trust, or even recognition that we truly deserve. I quickly realized I had to move on. This video isn't meant to discourage someone who is truly passionate about the field of architecture. Even after listening to my experience, if you still feel passionate about this discipline, then of course you should go for it. Just know what you're signing up for, the good and the difficult parts. Also, full respect to all the practicing architects out there. I genuinely appreciate your resilience to show up for a profession that honestly deserves so much more recognition. Thank you for listening to my story. I know it was a long one. If you're thinking about architecture or already been through the experience, please do share your experience in the comments below so that more people can benefit from this conversation. And I know so many people who already are or considering transitioning from architecture into other streams. Definitely do share your experience in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be sharing more such experience and learnings. Share it with someone who may need it. Until then, bye. And can't, and can't be fully interested and can't be fully interested and can't be fully interested and can't be fully interested